series is always the worst one. Because of that, I got every single third installment in my collection that I have, and I want to see, do the third installment always suck? Or we're about to find out. Here we go. So yeah, pretty much I got every single third installment of a movie series that I own, and I'm going to show you if that third one does really suck. Superman 3. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. It had one good scene where it's evil Superman versus Clark Kent. I really love that scene, but besides that, Superman 3 is bad. Batman Forever. Once again, this one's pretty bad. I hated the Riddler. I don't even remember that girl. Robin was terrible. Batman, alright, Val Kilmer, he was okay, but he wasn't one of the best. And I only like the Two-Face because of how over the top he is. He's a terrible Two-Face, but for me, he's super entertaining to watch. But if we're ranking it, if it's a good movie, it isn't. And it's bad. Back to the Future 3. Right off the bat, this one's good. But it's not as good as the first two. Now, usually when I say it's not as good, people go crazy and they say, oh, it's bad, it's bad. But no, this one's fantastic. It's just, when you're comparing it to the other two, it's just not as good. But that doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's actually a fantastic movie, and it surpasses good. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So, I made a video, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 review, and I said this one was bad. You thought this movie was bad. I only said that because I assumed that this one was bad because I never saw it, because I always thought the third one always sucked. I was completely wrong. Even though this is my third favorite in the series, I love this one. This was a fantastic movie. Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, he was fantastic. Sean Connery as the dad, he was great. This movie isn't good. It's fantastic. Austin Powers 3. Or Austin Powers and Goldmember. So I saw the first one. I was laughing the whole movie. It was great. I saw the second one, The Spy Who Shagged Me. It was funny. I watched the third one, and I really didn't know anything about these movies, so I was expecting it to be, good. And it was. I'm not saying this was a spectacular movie, Oscar-winning movie. It was just good. I thought it was funny. It gets some hate, but it had some really good laughs in there, and I thought it was a good way to close the series. I don't know about you, but I like it. It's good. The Matrix Revolutions. That would be that one right there. I just saw this one last night, actually, and let me just say, I saw the first one. That was great. I loved it. It's one of my favorite movies now. The Matrix Reloaded, I thought had great action scenes, but got a little slow at points, and was just kind of dumb in some areas. But overall, I liked it. Matrix Revolutions, I thought it was, and I heard a lot of bad things about it, so I wasn't expecting it to be good at all. But it was. I thought it had way too much action in it. It had to slow down a little bit and, develop the characters more. I thought it was kind of stupid how he burned his eyes. I thought that was cool. But then he had to wear this stupid bandana the whole time. And when the, okay, this is a spoiler. When Trinity dies at the end, he's like wearing this stupid bandana thing, and it just kind of takes the emotion out of it, where he can't even see, practically. But with all that said, it wasn't that bad, and it's close to being bad. I like a lot of things about it, so I would say that it's good. The Godfather Part 3. These movies are long. The Godfather Part 1, fantastic. The Godfather Part 2, when I originally saw it, I didn't understand why I was flipping back and forth, and then I realized that it's him going back in time to there, and you see the past life of him, and then it goes to present time with, him. It's kind of confusing, but it's not once you really learn it. And then we got to The Godfather Part 3. Now, this one was, it definitely wasn't as good as the first two. The first two were masterpieces, and I thought that the other two won Best Picture. I thought this one could have won Best Picture if it didn't come out in 1990. If you look up 1990 movies, those were some of the best movies ever made of all time. So, Godfather Part 3, I thought came out at the wrong time. And it should have came out a year later or before. I liked The Godfather Part 3. Surprising, I know. But I'm thinking about it as a movie on its own. Compared to the other two, it's bad. But on its own, it's good. But if we're going as a Part 3, I would have to go with good. I'm just gonna say, I know, I should say bad because I just said that compared to the other two it's bad. But when I really thought about this and I like it. I'm not gonna deny I like the movie. I thought it had some good dialogue, good quote. Well, that one quote. It really isn't that bad. Give it a chance. It won't beat the first two. Alvin and the Chipmunks chipwrecked. What do I gotta say about this? As a kid, I love these movies. Watching it again, they are bad. So the first one, I don't mind too much. I could probably watch it and then that would be it. Like, I really won't watch it again. Part 2, I only like that Toby guy. I think that's his name. I don't really know. That's really the only thing I like about it. The third one, boring. Ian, stupid. The plot, there is none. Well, I guess you could say they gotta get off the island, but that's stupid. You got this weird, crazy girl that's obsessed with sports equipment or whatever, and it's all stupid. I hate it. I do not like this one. It is bad all the way. Rocky 3, it's good. If you've been watching my channel, you know I'm obsessed with Rocky. Obviously, I'm gonna say this one's good. I love all the Rocky movies, but why is this one good? The emotion scenes were really good with spoiler! When Mickey dies, yes, that's really emotional. It got me the first time I watched it. You can really feel for Rocky when he's losing and he asks, Mickey and everything. I loved how they had Apollo come in. Usually you don't see that. Apollo was defeated. That's it. You won't ever see him again. At least you think you won't. But they become friends. Apollo trains him and owes him a favor. And that's at the end of the movie. One of the most famous shots from all the series. Mr. T, he's my favorite character. Or my favorite opponent out of all of them. I actually have an action figure of him right there because, well, he's just my favorite. Rocky 3, fantastic. I love it. And it's actually... Okay, this is going to sound really stupid. It's actually my second least favorite. Only because it gets a little over the top. That Thunderlips fight was completely ridiculous. You could have just cut that out. It had nothing to do with the story. But that's why I love it. It's a great movie. Go and get it a watch. The Karate Kid Part 3. Not the next Karate Kid. If I could get that off, I would. The Karate Kid Part 1 was great. Karate Kid Part 2, I loved. Karate Kid Part 3, let me just say, there's a couple things I didn't like. First of all, if they copied the first one, like, a lot, it's the same plot, pretty much. Second, Miyagi really didn't have much to do in this one. He's just kind of like, Daniel, come back, don't come back, do this. He didn't really have much to do. Daniel, half of the time's complaining about stuff, and I really didn't like that. Like, he should have done a lot more than just complain. With that said, I loved Terry Silver. I think that's his name with the long hair. He was great and fantastic. I like how they had the old teacher to come back. I thought the opponent this time was awesome. I just thought that it was kind of dumb how now he's weak. If you had someone like super, super big, I can understand. But he's just some regular guy. Daniel could beat him up, according to the second movie. And that's why I think this one should have been the second movie. And the second movie should have been the third movie, if that makes any sense. I like the Karate Kid Part 3. And I know it sounds like I'm just saying I like every third movie, but I actually do like this one. I enjoyed it. I won't watch it as much as 1 and 2, but I'll still pop it in once in a while. Good movie. Watch it. Jaws 3. Yeah, okay, this is pretty predictable. It sucks. The 3D effects looked terrible, and that was probably only because the 80s, they were all about 3D and everything. But it's not just that. Everything about it's stupid. All the SeaWorld and everything, it feels nothing like the other ones. The shark looks stupid. It's just, it's fake. It's like an action figure. The ending of it is an exact clone of the first one. Actually, save that for the fourth one. It's all about like saving dolphins, I think. I don't really know. It's a terrible movie. Watch Jaws 1 for sure. Jaws 2, give it a watch. I would say watch it a couple times. Jaws 3, and especially 4, stay away from. Jaws 3 sucks all the way. Did I already say that? I don't care. It sucks. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. I've done a review of this already, so why am I even talking about it? Well, because it has 3 in the title. To start off, this one doesn't even have a subtitle. The second one has Secret of the Ooze. This one has nothing. And I swear, I will strangle the next person that says Turtles in Time. Turtles in Time was only added on to the Blu-ray and DVD sets. This is how it's actually supposed to be. Nothing. It's just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. There's no Turtles in Time. That was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 SNES game. So yeah, this one's bad. Stupid Agent Japan stuff. You gotta going back in time. You gotta save April O'Neil. The guy with the hockey mask. What's his name? I don't know. He's got like long hair. Casey Jones. Yeah, he's back. He does nothing. Splinter sounds terrible. I don't even think they finished half of his body. The turtles look like trash. And it's just boring. I was sitting there hoping it would end soon. And the villains are dumb too. You got Walker and some samurai guy. The jokes are just as bad, and this whole movie was why the series ended. This one is god-awful. Batman Begins was a great movie. The Dark Knight was fantastic. Now, The Dark Knight Rises was hard to follow up on. How could you follow up on The Dark Knight? Well, let me tell you, they tried, and they succeeded. I love The Dark Knight Rises. Bane was... Okay, everyone can agree Bane was much better than Batman and Robin. That is a fact. This movie I thought was great. It was really clever what they did. They showed Bruce Wayne and all his stuff, and I liked how they included the break in the back. That was really cool, right from the comics. I did think, though, they could have had a little bit more Batman. It's cool how he comes back, but I mean, it's just about Bruce Wayne in a hole the whole time, pretty much, while Bane's taking over. But I love this movie, and I thought it was perfect. It had a great ending, and it was just fantastic. What can I say? If you don't like this one or heard it was bad and just dismiss it, don't. Let me tell you, you will love this movie. Well, if you don't, well then that's your opinion, but your opinion is wrong. Men in Black 3. Let me tell you, this one was easy to follow up on after Men in Black 2. I did not like Men in Black 2 that much. I thought it was boring, stupid, and just super short. It had a couple good funny moments, but overall, I didn't enjoy it. So I was expecting the third one to be bad, especially if it was made like 10 years after. You know it's gonna be bad. And I was wrong. Every time I assume the third one's gonna be bad, I always end up being wrong. I don't know why, I just do. Men in Black 3 was great. They had the time travel element, which you think's gonna be dumb. It works great. Josh Brolin, he plays a young Tommy Lee Jones. I thought he was fantastic. He looked like Tommy Lee Jones and sounded like him too. Will Smith, he was always just doing Will Smith stuff, so, I mean, he's pretty good. I liked how they had to go back in time and save all this stuff. It was just a great movie. Much better than I thought. I did wish that they had more Tommy Lee Jones. I know the whole point was to go back in time, but they could have had a little bit more extra scenes with him in the beginning, or like a better reason why he had to leave. But besides from that, great movie, watch it. Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3 is bad. I hate Home Alone 3. The jokes are stupid. The bad guys are stupid. And I'm not talking about in the movie they act dumb. Like, they're just stupid at what they do. I hate the kid of Alex. I thought he was annoying. The parrot was dumb. The whole movie was stupid. It had nothing to do with the first and second one. They're obviously just trying to cash in on them. It was a terrible movie. But not as bad as Home Alone 4. That's another story for another day. Home Alone 3, stay away from it, please. You're doing yourself a favor. Spider-Man 3. First of all, I just gotta say, I'm really excited. I'm seeing Spider-Man Homecoming soon, so I just gotta get that out of the way. I love Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2 is my favorite of the series. So Spider-Man 3, it was really hard to top since I love Spider-Man 2 so much. Spider-Man 3 had some really good parts. I liked the Green Goblin Jr. I thought that was really cool. They could have had a little bit more action scenes or like fighting scenes together, but overall what we got was pretty good. Mary Jane, she was really good. I liked what she did, and her acting was much better, I thought, at least in these movies. Not since I'm thinking about it, yeah, it's pretty much the same, but it's still pretty good. Tobey Maguire, he was great. I mean, I love Tobey Maguire. He's my favorite Spider-Man of the, all the Spider-Mans. Well, I've only seen Andrew Garfield. I haven't seen Tom Harlan yet, or whatever his name is. So, yeah, Tobey Maguire's my favorite. One thing I didn't like is that emo Peter Parker. That was pretty dumb. I feel like, and it's not just because I like darker tone in movies, I feel like they could have gone a little bit more darker with that. Like, he's getting tortured by the suit, and he's going out, and maybe he even kills somebody. Yeah, okay, maybe that's going a little too far, but it would make a great movie. People start, like, turning on Spider-Man, like he's a killer and everything. It would have been a great movie. And instead, we got him snapping his fingers to, like, some pop music. And he's ignoring people on the phone because he wants cookies or something. They could have gone a little bit more darker with that. But besides that, I thought it was a good movie. They could have took Sandman out, and they could have What I think is that Green Goblin Jr. and Spider-Man could have teamed up again to face Venom. Like, we could have had this big, epic battle scene with Venom. Sandman's kind of just put in there because they needed another villain to make more money. And this movie made a lot of money, so I think without Sandman, it still would have made a good amount of money. Having Sandman there, he was pretty good, but he was kind of useless. I mean, we really didn't need him. And Venom was barely in it for like 10 minutes. I love this one. I don't know about you, and especially that Harry scream. That's a fantastic scream. Give it a watch. It's really not that bad. It may have a couple dumb moments. Just look past that. You'll find some enjoyment out of it. Spider-Man 3 is pretty good. You know what I gotta say real quick? Why do people care so much about that American flag? I wouldn't even think about it if people brought it up. It's not even that dumb. Like, I don't even care. It's just American flag. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. So I just talked about this movie. I think compared to the first one, it's bad. Compared to the second one, it's super bad. I didn't really like this one too much. I thought the gags were really stupid, and it was just a copy of Terminator 2. They couldn't even think of an original idea, so just copy off the last one. It'll make some money. I don't know how much it made, but it probably didn't make that much. Terminator 3, I really don't like this one. I think it's bad. I would only say give it a watch if you're gonna completionist and you gotta complete the series. That's the only reason I would watch this movie, and that is the reason why I did. Watch Terminator 1 and 2. Stay away from this one. It's really not that good. I will mention it has some good action scenes, which was pretty enjoyable, but besides that, I just finished a little bit ago the whole trilogy. The first one I really liked, the second one I liked more, and the third one was definitely my least favorite, but it wasn't god-awful. What I think is that the whole series really wasn't a masterpiece anyway. I thought it would have been cool to have all the old characters back into like a real serious thing. Instead of Arnold making fun of his own lines and Sylvester Stallone doing his own normal thing. I thought if it took like a serious tone, these movies could have been really good. And instead they went for like some parody of their older stuff. I hated how they brought in the new characters, because that just lost the whole point of this series, was that they're all back, and now they gotta get, like, young characters. I like the second one, and I like the first one, but for this one, I just gotta say, it was bad. That said, give it a watch, but that's it. Give it a watch. Alright, so now we have Rambo 3. There you go, I try my best with the cover. And that's actually what it's called, by the way. It's not like First Blood, Rambo, First Blood Part 2 and all that stuff. It's actually just called Rambo 3. I thought the first one was a masterpiece. It was great. I love that one. It was one of my favorite movies of all time. The second one was a great action flick, just not as good as the first one. Rambo 3, it kind of fell short in some parts, but I liked it a lot, actually. I thought they took the direction in the right way, but obviously, what else are you gonna do? He's exploding stuff. It's Rambo, for crying out loud. This one's all about, like, saving this, like, culture and everything by, like, fighting these guys. It's a great movie, and I thought it had some great action scenes. I love this one, and don't dismiss it. Watch the whole series. This one may be the weakest, but only because the other three were just so good that this one had a hard time keeping up. Great movie, and I loved it. It's good. Alright, so the results are in. Third installment in the movies. You are good. Yeah, I actually been writing down score the whole time in this weird envelope thing. Now, this is obviously only the movies I own. There probably is a lot more bad in third installments. But for what I have, third installments are pretty good. And don't always think just because it's the third one it's bad. Because sometimes it could blow you away. Oh yeah, I forgot Dog Days. This one's good too.